Hello and welcome to the Fans Boxing Podcast, the podcast that asks the questions you want to hear. Hello and welcome to our Essex Boys special, and we have on the show this week Colchester's unbeaten welterweight prospect Alan Ratibb. How are you today, Alan?
I'm alright, mate. How's yourself?
Yeah, brilliant. Cheers, mate. It's a hard night's training just come from, innit?
Yep, literally just finished, just walked in now, yeah. So had a good sparring session and then circuits. It was nice and hard.
Yes.
Getting prepped up last strong couple of weeks now.
Yeah, so I'd like to hear, mate.
To the fight.
Yeah, before we get stuck into that too much, mate, is it right if you just take us back to where it all started for you in boxing?
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Like I say, as you know, I haven't been doing it too long, to be honest with you. I started January 2 years ago, so pretty quick turnaround from starting to becoming pro.
Yeah, very quick.
I took a big interest in it after I was football mad as a youngster, and then a couple of injuries come up, and I knew a couple of guys down the gym, the MMA guys, and kept trying to talk me into it and get me down there whilst playing football. But football took a bit of priority. But then when I couldn't go back to it, I've turned my hand to boxing, and just took to it like a duck to water. Really enjoyed it. Fell in love with the sport. I've always enjoyed watching boxing and stuff like that, but actually doing it is a whole different ball game.
Of course, mate, of course. So, was it a Champions Gym you first started out?
It was Champions Gym, yeah. I've only ever been boxing at Champions Gym. As a proper youngster, I was martial arts based. I did some kung fu and stuff like that when I was younger. I was not bad at that, quite successful as a youngster for about 12 years, probably 10, 12 years. I've done martial arts as a kid, and then like I say, football took over. But yeah, Champions Gym is where it's all started and where it still is.
Yeah, because leading up to your unlicensed debut, how long were you training leading up to that fight?
Well, I had my unlicensed debut in March, so I'd been doing, prior to starting with Champions properly in the January, I'd been down at the gym just trying to get myself fit and get up to standard, really, because it's a whole different fitness to any other sport I've ever done anyway. So I was doing a bit of running and stuff like that to try and make sure I wasn't the most unfit person in the gym, and then hit it off from there. So it was sort of 3 months really before my first bout on the unlicensed scene. Yeah,
because it's obviously a short time. But moving on to that debut, you went in with an unbeaten fight, and I remember seeing the photograph first of you winning the fight, and you look quite angry. And now I've seen the fight, I know why. It was quite early, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a quick one. It was a 37 seconds actually, 37-second knockout. So it's all I think it's the frustration of all the hard work, the training, everything that'd gone into it, and then to be over that quick. It's obviously a nice thing to happen. Wouldn't mind getting a few early knockouts in the pro ranks, to be honest with you, but you feel like you've not had a chance to shine or show what you can really do.
Yeah, that's totally understandable, mate. What do you say the quality opponent was like on that scene?
There is some really good opponents on them scenes. There's some not so good, but there is some really good talent. I mean, the likes of a few good boys that we on the pro ranks with now have come through the unlicensed scene, like Joe Hearn. He's come through. You don't get much stronger and more dedicated than Joe.
Yeah.
So there is some good. It's a mix of everything on there, you know.
Yeah, I think you had 8 fights, was it?
Yep, 8 fights on the unlicensed, and then the big dream, turning over professional.
And when was the decision made that obviously turning pro?
Well, to actually the official turning over was probably October last year, I suppose, something like that. September, October time was when Russ first mentioned it to me. We was just doing a bit of sparring up at grounds and things like that, and they must have seen something they liked, which is a massive pickup, really. Having people like Graham and Russ of their caliber and trainers as good as them notice something in you that makes them want to take you professional. It was a massive boost. Like I say, I can't thank them guys enough. Anyone, any of the guys that are involved, can't thank them all enough for it. It is a massive, like a dream come true, like I say.
Yeah, how did obviously the training change from going from unlicensed to pro? Must be a hell of a shock.
Well, to be honest with you, not really. The training is you get a lot cleverer. I've got a lot cleverer, I believe, through the professional trainer, trying to teach me a lot more in my head and things like that. We always trained hard. I always trained hard. I mean, I live the life. I eat the right foods. I don't drink, don't smoke, things like that, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, the training itself is just taken up levels, not necessarily more work. The harder you work and things like that, is you always got to keep yourself fit. I always kept myself fit and as strong as I possibly could through the unlicensed ranks. Anyway, I couldn't bear the thought of not being. God forbid I ever lost a fight. It would never be for not being prepared. You know, it'd be for not. I wasn't good enough on that night, or I wasn't, or the other guy was better than me. It wouldn't be because I was ill prepared or I'd cut corners doing anything. I couldn't live with myself if that was the case.
That's what we like to hear, mate. Yeah, just obviously the trainer down there is Russell Smith. Can you tell us a bit about Russell and how he gets the best out of you, Alan?
Russ is, like I said a minute ago, I can't thank Russ enough. Russ is excellent. He puts so much. He's got so much time and dedication to all of us boys. We owe him everything, to be honest with you. He's we're in the gym. Well, I'm in the gym at 4:30 in the morning. Some
Jesus
mornings,
Christ.
and Russ is there. Yeah, Russ is there with not a complaint in the world, and he stays there sometimes from 4:30 in the morning up until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just working with guys. He's excellent, and he knows exactly what we need to be doing at exactly the right time. Everything he does, there's a reason behind it, and you just gotta. I trust him with everything. He's never steered me wrong, and I don't believe he ever would. So anything he tells me, I know to listen to, because he's doing it for my benefit, and he's doing it because it's the best thing for me. If he says have a rest, you have a rest. If he says you do this in sparring or that in sparring, that's what you got to do and try it. And he knows. He's just like Graham is to the boys up in Norwich, and obviously Graham gives us a lot of advice and stuff as well up there. But yeah, Russ is second to none in my eyes.
Yeah, brilliant. Like you mentioned it then, sparring Joe Hearn and that. Can you tell us about the in-house sparring you get?
Yeah, at the minute in our gym, that Champions gym, we've got some fantastic talent down there. I mean, tonight I was sparring with the guy who turned over me, Ryan Frost.
Yep.
Who is absolutely on fire at the minute himself. So, and we're all around the same weight. You've got Ryan, myself, Joe. You got Marcus Poston just turning over. John Wheatley, Tommy Jacobs. They're all around the middle and between light welter, middle range.
Yeah.
So we can all spar amongst each other, and the talents. We've got everything we want down there. Southpaws. You got people who fight at range. You've got people who come in and inside fighters, powerful fighters. It's everything you could imagine for sparring. We've got it in that gym, which is excellent. And then added with going up to the kick stop as well and sparring the likes of people with Nathan Dow and the guys up there with all their talent. We're blessed, to be honest. Yeah, that's a good word for it. We're blessed to have all the people around us like that.
Yeah, you got the best of both worlds there, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Moving on to lead up to your pro debut. How was camp and everything like that? And the weight? Was it all good?
Everything went perfectly really up to the debut. It was a long camp, done as usual, like a 12-week camp. Plenty of fitness and going conditioning work to make sure I was fit for I've done plenty of the 3-minute rounds, but never actually fought them because on the unlicensed it was 2s.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a brilliant camp, to be honest with you. And this camp's been much the same. I feel super fit. I feel stronger. The weight's good, and everything seems to just fall into place. Especially getting to these last couple of weeks, just itching to get in there now. And it's really, it's just exciting time. It's really exciting.
Yeah, obviously your debut was at the Halls, Norwich, March the 4th. It was a great event, wasn't it? And you went with Danny Dontchev. And I say, before we get into the fight, the support for you that night, Alan, was unbelievable, wasn't it?
The support was incredible. I mean, everybody up until now still commenting and still talking about how loud the guys were. And I can't thank everyone enough. They're fantastic. Hopefully, being down here towards Colchester way, there'll be a few more this time. Hopefully, tickets are going all right. And I can't tell you how appreciative I am of guys. They all they put their hand in their pocket to buy the tickets. It's not cheap, and they're all there every time. You can't ask for more than that. You really can't.
Yeah, you can't thank them enough, can you?
I can't thank them enough. There's no words to describe it. I mean, every time I tried to get round, I mean, there was like, I think 125 last time. And I try and get round to thank people personally as well, because it means that much to me. I don't think you can do enough for the support and the fans, or whatever you want to call them. I don't like to call them fans because it makes you feel like you think he's special, but the supporters, I like to say, they're second to none in my eyes. Our team Ratibb, brilliant.
Yeah, like I say, that's great to hear, mate. Can you just talk us through your debut then, please, Alan?
Yep, like I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest with you. I knew the level would be a lot higher, and I knew he'd be a tough guy. Obviously, I'd seen his records, and he'd had plenty of fights. But I got in there and just kept it long, boxed clean, and tried to show off a few skills. Unfortunately, like I say, I got caught with a clash of heads, or a headbutt, however you want to say it. He was a rough and tumble kind of guy. He come in with his head quite a bit.
Yeah,
and caught me on the eyebrow. Yeah, caught me on the eyebrow and split my eye, unfortunately. But it happens in the game, and it wasn't with a punch. Fortunately, I don't think I got caught clean with a punch in the whole fight, which is nice. That's a good feeling to know you've gone in at the professional level and you've dealt with it well. But I really enjoyed it. Plenty to learn from, and hopefully I can show that this time. I can show how much I've come on just in the last few months, and then just keep progressing from there, really. But it was a great feeling to get in the ring, to hear the crowd, to be professional, do the 3 minutes, do the 4 rounds. Just an amazing feeling.
Yeah, because obviously a beautiful backdrop to watch boxing at the Halls, isn't it?
That is a fantastic venue. People, even though this one's more local to us, a lot of people said, "Oh, it's a shame we can't get back up in the Norwich venue." That was a brilliant venue. It was a great night, and all thank you to Shamrock Promotions. I mean, Mervyn Turner put a brilliant show on, and I'm looking forward to boxing back up there again.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to going back there, mate. So moving on to Braintree, can you tell us a little bit about the venue, for anyone who don't know?
To be honest with you, I don't know a lot about
No.
myself. No, not really. I've not been or boxed to that venue, but it's quite big as far as I'm aware, and it's got plenty of like ringside seated, and it holds quite a big crowd. Yeah, it's got a balcony and holds quite a big crowd as far as I hear. So hopefully we can pack it to the rafters and get it as loud as Norwich was. That's the plan.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So, any areas you've been working on since that last fight?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be improved. No matter how well I've done or how good people tell me I've done, I just want to improve in every aspect. I've worked a lot at the beginning of the camp, a lot on strength, trying to build up a bit more strength and power work. I feel fitter. I've done a lot of a lot of road work, hill sprints and stuff like that. And the boxing, it's like the boxing itself, the actual technique side of it. I feel a lot calmer, a lot more relaxed in the ring, and the thinking side of it, I feel smarter this time around. So hopefully it just keeps happening, keeps progressing, get all the results, keep getting the wins.
Away from the sparring side of training, do you enjoy the training side?
Yeah, I do. I love it. I can't get enough of it. If I weren't told to have rest days, I wouldn't. I really do. I can't tell people how much I enjoy it. When I'm at work, because obviously I still full-time work as well. I have I have all the guys at work and other people I bump into commenting on how do you eat like that, how do you go training, how do you do this. It's not a chore to me, any of it. It's all a pleasure to be able to do it and to say I'm a professional sportsman, professional boxer. To live that life is fantastic. That's the next dream, to be able to do it full time.
Yeah,
That would be my dream, to be a full time boxer, even if it was for a certain amount of years, or if I had to go back to work afterwards. But that'd be the life for me at the minute.
So did you set yourself any like short-term, long-term goals?
Well, just I don't like to think too far in the future, but I like to be, by the end of the year, still be, maybe if I've had 4 or 5 fights, 4-5-0, fringing on the next level of where to go, maybe lower level titles and things like that. But just stay grounded is my main thing. Stay grounded, stay focused, stay winning. That's all I want to do. But my main goal is to be able to get to the highest level possible, as high as I can go, as far as I can go. That's the most important thing to me, just to have no regrets on anything.
Yeah, that's good to hear, mate. Anyone looking for tickets? There's obviously your number going across the screen now, and hit you up on Facebook, is it?
Facebook, yep, I'm on Facebook. I'm on WhatsApp. My telephone number obviously is on the screen, and
Yeah.
anyone who needs any tickets, or I've also got some transport going up from Braintree and Colchester, so just give me a shout and I can sort you out, no problems at all. There is a couple of other thank yous I'd like to do, rather than just for all the supporters who are absolutely amazing. I have got a couple of new sponsors come on board now as well. So we've obviously got Amir Pro, who sponsor us down at Champions Gym.
Yeah.
But I've got a couple of good friends of mine, Neil and Karen from Caslin Steel Constructions. They've helped me out no end by sorting me out with medicals and stuff like that, getting me started, which was, I can't thank them guys enough for helping me out like that. And I've got Riverside Taxis in Braintree. They've put some money towards everything as well, towards all the career, the training. It all costs big money.
Yeah.
So anything we can get, any of us boxers, any sort of help we can get is more than appreciated. And I've got one also coming on board, who's NME Fire Limited. Luke Parr and Michelle Parr, they're going to be helping me out soon as well, which is wonderful. Anyone else out there that wants to get involved and be part of Team Ratibb is more than welcome to come on board. Thank you to everyone, the supporters, the sponsors, and my whole team. That's the main thing.
Yes, mate, because obviously fans don't really appreciate that. There's a business side to it, and that's hard to get started, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You try to explain to people. People see that they see the fight side of it and the fight night, and you're in the limelight, and everyone thinks, "Oh, what a life that is." And they don't see what goes on behind the scenes and the struggle with getting tickets out there and affording the training, the equipment, and stuff like that. It's a big struggle, but it's more than worth it. 1,000,000% worth it.
Brilliant, mate. I've just got a block set of questions here for you, Alan. Just, what was the first fight you can remember seeing on telly, mate? It's a hard one, I know.
That is a hard one, yeah. I actually remember when I was very, very young. I remember watching Frank Bruno fight on telly.
Yeah.
I can't remember the guy who was fighting, to be honest with you. All I remember was he was a white guy and he was a bodyguard, but Frank Bruno knocked him out. I remember being allowed to stay up late. My dad let me stay up all night thinking about it. Yeah, we'll watch the boxing, and it lasted about 30 seconds. I was really disappointed. I had to go to bed, but no, but that's a good one.
That's the problem with following heavyweights, isn't it? They're over too early.
That is, a couple of punches and it's all over. Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you have any childhood boxing heroes?
Not necessarily childhood, but through growing up a bit more. I'm a big Calzaghe fan, to be honest with you. I've always liked Calzaghe, yeah, and I admire obviously hundreds of boxers, Muhammad Ali, people like that. You got to admire people like Mayweather, but Calzaghe for me, he was brilliant.
He's a warrior, wasn't he?
Yeah, he just done everything. He's everything that's asked of him, he done it, you know. And
I just don't know if you see his documentary recently he brought out, or his film.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I've heard about it, and we will be watching it soon. But
yeah, it's because I didn't know the problems he had with his hands back in the day. It was really bad, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's terrible problems. I think leading up to the I don't know for sure, obviously, but leading up to the Jeff Lacey fight, it was rumours that he probably didn't spar more than 10 rounds.
You're right,
leading up to that fight. For his whole camp because of his hands. And look at the performance he put on in that fight. Incredible. Yeah,
he was the underdog, if I remember rightly, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was. Yeah, they thought Jeff Lacey was going to come over and just walk through him like Tyson used to do, but he proved a few people wrong in that one.
Yeah, as he did over his whole career, didn't he?
He did indeed, mate.
Yeah. Another question here for you. If you could see one fight in 2016 it doesn't involve a gym, mate, which would it be?
I'd like to see... What would I like to see? I'd like to see Golovkin and Alvarez fight. I think Golovkin's incredible. I'd like to see that fight. Yeah. And on another level, like more personal level, I'd like to see the Walsh twins get through into the high level, get Liam go up for a world title, and Ryan move on and go up for a higher level fight and get the fight they all deserve, because them two are absolutely fantastic. And good luck to them next weekend.
I was going to say, yeah, coming up this weekend is April 30th, the Copper Box. I'm really looking forward to that one. They've got two tough fights,
that's
haven't they?
going to be incredible. They've got two tough fights, but I'm more than confident of the boys. But I think both of them will be stoppage wins, in my opinion. They're both. I've heard. I haven't seen much of them for the camp or anything like that. But talking to Nathan and Graham, the other guys, they're looking electric. So I can't wait to see that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get up there myself, but I'll be watching it on telly. Yeah,
same here. I've got to miss this one through work. But have you had a chance of sparring in the Walshes? I know they're a bit lighter than you, but have you had that chance?
No, I haven't, unfortunately. Not yet. Maybe. I'm fighting down at quite a lightweight now, and then I might, with the hard work and that, maybe get a little bit lighter. I might get the opportunity to spar them, but that's unbelievable to get that sort of opportunity to spar. That sort of quality would be fantastic, you know, especially for someone just starting out. I mean, sparring the likes of Nathan Dow and Billy Bird and Joe and people like that, I feel privileged to do that. But sparring the likes of Liam and Ryan, that'd be fantastic, you know.
Yeah, of course, mate. Two British champions.
British champions, yeah.
Soon to be world.
Soon to be world, yeah. Exactly what I was going to say to you.
Beat you to it. There's a couple of... You mentioned Saul Alvarez then. He's got obviously a fight coming up with me and Khan. How do you see that fight going?
That's a tough one to call. Personally, I think Alvarez is going to be too strong for him.
Yeah.
But with his speed and his ability, Amir Khan, you never know. He's like lightning. His hands are unbelievable, and you just don't know. He's proved himself a couple of times before, but with the strength of Alvarez, you can't overlook that. I don't think.
Yeah, but you see, like Mayweather obviously beat Alvarez, but obviously Khan, he's come up a lot of weight, and he seems to know if he could carry that speed with him.
Yeah, he has come up a lot of weight, and Alvarez normally walks around probably that weight, you know. He's still coming down ever slightly to get to the 155 mark, but it's more of a natural weight to him. And Amir Khan can't be much off his walk around weight, to be honest with you, at 155.
Yeah.
So and Mayweather was a complete different fighter to Amir Khan.
Yeah.
I don't believe he can do to Alvarez what Mayweather did, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you, mate. And one more prediction. A big fight just been brought up now is obviously Tyson Fury, our world champion, the rematch with Klitschko. They're going to say Wayne Allen?
Yeah, I believe Fury still wins, but I think it's going to be a more eventful fight this time. Klitschko has to come. He has to come to fight. He can't try and do what he done last time. He got unstuck last time, didn't he? I don't believe he realised how good a boxer Tyson Fury was.
Yeah.
And how big he was, because he just completely out-jabbed him, outworked him, everything, didn't he?
Yeah.
And if he comes with the same plan, Klitschko, he's not going to get anywhere. So I think he's got to take the fight a bit more to Fury, which I'm sure Tyson will welcome with open arms. He likes a bit of a scrap as well, don't he? So.
Of course. What do you think about his body type at the minute? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did see it actually. Yeah,
it's a bit crazy. Isn't
it? He's not in the best of shape at the minute, is he? But like he says, he's the man at the minute. So I'm sure he knows what he's doing with his preparations. I'm sure Peter knows what he's doing. Peter's probably not too happy with the way he looks at the minute, but but yeah. It's going to be an eventful night. That's what I can say.
Yeah, that's brilliant, mate. And I appreciate you giving up your time tonight, Alan. And I wish you all the best going into your next fight. And anyone looking for tickets, obviously hit us up on that number going off screen now.
That's exactly right. Thank you very much for your time, mate. I appreciate it.
And obviously we'll see you on the night, Alan. Look forward to it, mate.
See you on the night. Take care, mate.
Top man. See you, mate.
Bye-bye.